Welcome to Module 4, Theories and Research in Early Childhood Education Overview video. Module 4 has two submodules reflecting chapters 4 and 5 in our textbook. So we're going to move over, and you can see you can enter into 4.1 here, or you can also click over on the left column. 4.1 is going to highlight developmental theorists, and it's also going to support your enhanced understanding of the NAEYC standards for early care professional preparation standards. These are the standards that you've been using for your discussion boards throughout the semester and will continue to do so. Remember that your module videos are posted and available for you throughout the semester. The learning objectives for this module include the following. Identify the essential principles and practices of the constructionist approach, emphasizing the components and elements of the Montessori approach. List the essential principles and practices of the developmental approach, the psychosocial theory, as well as the behavioralist theory. Those are objectives 2, 3, and 4. And finally, you're going to develop your historical timeline of early childhood education and care. This is the project you've been working on with your partner. Your to-dos include the following. Make sure that you're reviewing and completing all of the read-watch materials, including your textbook reading, and your assessments for this submodule include your Standard 4 discussion board, your Exam 1, and your historical timeline Tier 1. So we're in the read-watch component. You have your Chapter 4 PowerPoint that aligns with your chapter reading. Consider how you're using that. It may be helpful to take the first exam and then assess your study skills and how you've been using the various materials from this course through that first exam before you proceed forward. If you have a system that's working for you, go for it. Continue on that successful path. If you need to alter things, try something new. And again, you can always contact your course instructor or program advisor. So back to Read Watch, Chapter 4. And then Voice from the Field. This was one of the highlights components from your chapter reading. And you can see there are 4 elements within this folder. So we're going to click into there. And when we scroll down, you can see that you're going to take the time to view at least 2 of the videos and the websites highlighting high quality pre-K programs. So you have a choice of looking at 2 of these programs, either pre-K programs from Georgia, Florida, New Mexico, and New York. The second Read Watch submodule here is the Voice from the Field. So in Read Watch, you have 5 components, right? Think about previous Read Watch, right? So it's limited, but also your complete items start to get heavier. So looking from the top, you have your NAEYC Standard 4 discussion. Make sure that you're opening these articles and reviewing. You have your questions at the bottom. Your exam. You'll refer to your course schedule to determine when your exam opens and closes. And finally, your historical timeline assessment. This is Tier 1. Remember, you're submitting 1 submission for your group. The second submodule for Module 4 is 4.2. Module 4 will extend over several weeks of this course, so again, referring to the course schedule will be helpful. Module 4.2 expands on what you've learned in 4.1, specific to those developmental theorists, and students will review the application of the theories in early childhood learning environments. Again, this module continues to support the NAEYC standards for professional preparation. Your Module 4 video will be placed here as well. And just a reminder, you can always use the search topic. So if you put in Module 4 video, it will connect you to this place on our D2L page. Your learning objectives for 4.2 include the following. Identify the essential principles and practices of the constructionist approach, emphasizing the components and elements of the Montessori approach. Remember, we're putting these into practice now. List the essential principles and practices of the developmental approach, as well as the psychosocial theory, and summarize the essential principles and practices of the behaviorist theories. So again, these are very similar objectives, but we're taking the step forward to apply these developmental approaches and theories. Your to-dos here include standard 4 discussion board, your theorist flyer, and you have your module 4 review, which is a +1 opportunity. So moving into Read Watch, you have Chapter 5 PowerPoints and Constructing Knowledge about Constructionist Approach. See that you have 3 items in there, so you'll want to click in there and explore that. When you see a video, remember to stop. Okay. This teacher has an accent, so it's very helpful to put on the closed captioning. Actually, closed captioning is a great way, a great routine to get in. Research shows that if you are watching, listening, and have the closed caption to follow, that you'll actually retain more information. And then you have a look at the behavioralist views. So take time out to be reading. Again, you have a video. So in 4.2, there's a total of 13 things to look at. Your Read Watch and your information within there. The final one is the psychosocial information. And if we scroll back up, so this is psychosocial theory and educating the whole child. Make sure that you're reading. The graphics are small here, but you can Google them if you want to see a larger option. And then finally, you have your 8 intelligences. You are probably familiar with these through your psychology classes, or if you have begun to take methods classes. Vygotsky's psychosocial development has a video, as does Erikson's psychosocial development, and Maslow's hierarchy of need. So there's quite a few things to click in. Remember that these are hyperlinks, right? So you want it, whenever you see that blue and you roll your cursor over, you want to click into those and take the time to review them. Your complete items for Module 4.2 include the following: your NAOIC Standard 5 discussion, your theorist flyer, your Module 4 review, and again, it has the indication that's a +1 opportunity. We hope that these videos continue to be a support for you throughout the semester. If you have any questions or concerns, you are strongly encouraged to reach out to your course instructor.